which leads me to Deflategate.
Deflategate.
Is this the ultimate Boston sports story that ever could have happened, us against them?
Deflategate is the ultimate bullshit fucking outrage of sports ever. It's so fucking stupid that I can't believe. You realize they gave him a suspension for a quarter of the regular season, which would be equivalent of suspending a baseball player for 40 fucking days, 40 and a quarter days to be exact, which is what they do for when you get busted taking steroids.
Right.
Which, and by the way, if the NFL had a real testing, if it really knew how to test for steroids and HGH in the
They'd be in
NFL,
trouble.
there'd be no fucking NFL.
Right.
So instead, what they did was suspend Tom Brady for 4 days for not giving them his fucking cell phone. And for having a friend who called himself the Deflator. If I got in trouble for all the things that my friends called themselves, I would be finished, okay? You want to give a guy, because he doesn't give you his cell phone, a punishment? I would never give the organization as leak prone as the NFL my fucking cell phone so you could just look through my emails and listen to my voicemail.
Especially the NFL, the league that leaks everything.
That's right. So first thing they're going to do is leak this shit. And I don't know, maybe it's funny, lovely sex messages from his wife. Maybe it's just friendly messages from his wife. Maybe Tom Brady's so fucking classy and such a fucking gentleman that he doesn't want people to know that he may have reflected on his real opinion of some of his coworkers. You know, like guys he plays with, guys he plays against, his real feelings. I wouldn't want guys who I didn't think were very good to know I didn't think they were very good. I wouldn't want guys who I thought were great to know I thought they were great. I'd want to keep my opinions to myself. Surely his opinions about professional football are contained in his emails and his texts and his fucking telephone. Not giving your telephone, they're not the FBI. You're not required to, this isn't fucking federal subpoena. You're not required to turn over your bank records. It's outrageous. You look at
the
what's
crew
his
can
name?
cheer at
Fucking,
any time. If you guys want to cheer for this, I'd be really happy.
Eli. Eli did a whole layout with the New York Times, a whole cute spread 2 years ago about what goes into an Eli football.
Yeah.
And it was like a lot of massage, a lot of sandpaper, a lot of grit, and a lot of grass before Eli will do. The whole fucking thing was about how he's got to scuff it like Phil Necro before he'll ever fucking put the football in a game. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, and nobody even thought to think that there was something wrong with that. They printed it, it ran, everyone loved it. Goodell thought it was charming. And now they're saying that taking footballs from a warm place into a cold place, finding out that there might be a whisper less air pressure in those balls.
It was like 8% less. And that Brady, who's trying to win the AFC Championship. He has the hardest job in professional sports. He has to remember all these plays. He has to remember what every single player in the offense does on every play. Has time to make sure the balls are 8% less deflated than legal, because it's just that tiny bit is what he needs.
I talked to guys,
and they didn't measure it correctly.
Exactly, they didn't measure correctly. I talked to fucking football players, pro football players, across the board. They think it's bullshit. Look at what Aaron Rodgers came right out and was like, I like a big ball. I like to overinflate a ball. Don't investigate me. I do it. You know what I mean? But all of a sudden they were like, yeah, but you know what it's really about now. This is a conspiracy of people working inside the NFL who all come from organizations that Tom Brady whipped their ass over the last 10 and 15 years. So there's guys who work for the fucking Jets and the Broncos and everybody else who are now going like, get him, hang him. You know, because they have some slight, flimsy fucking pretense. And Tom is so classy.
So you agree it's a smear campaign?
It's a fucking ridiculous smear campaign. And Goodell now doesn't have the integrity, I want to say, frankly.
You can absolutely say that on HBO. I don't know if my old employer would have agreed.
Doesn't have the decency to just say, you know what, this is stupid, I was wrong. This is ridiculous. We're running our greatest player ever through this mill of humiliation and shame, which is totally unwarranted, for the sake of our own bruised egos, our embarrassment, and to paper over our mismanagement.
Well, no, now it's about, they want to protect, it's a legal issue now about protecting Goodell's right to be able to do whatever he wants. So it's not even about whether this is right or wrong. He just wants the authority to be like, Ben Affleck, you're suspended for 4 games because I didn't like this or because I think this happened.
We haven't done anything to address this crisis in domestic violence in the NFL, but the fucking football better not be 8% lighter. And if we find out it is, you're gone for 4 games.
Amen, brother.